away.
Okay.
So the reason why I feel that the Earth is flat is because water, when at rest, lays level and flat.
So you're taking a glass of water.
Yeah, for example, or a pool.
So why
or the lake behind you.
Why would it curve?
Why wouldn't it?
Why would it?
It won't.
No, but why would it?
But it won't.
That's what I'm saying. Even that doesn't disprove curvature in Earth.
Well, let's say, for example, there was some kind of math equation that you could use because you know how big the Earth is, right? So that math equation is 8 inches per mile squared. So after 10 miles, you should have almost 67 feet of curvature drop. That means that if you're 10 miles away, you're how tall?
I'm about 5'11".
5'11"? Okay, so if we put two of you
make sure you send
together,
it to your friends.
I will.
We put 10. If we made you 10 feet, we still wouldn't see you because the water.
Wait.
There's actually a light experiment that disproves that. Did you see that?
Yeah, lasers, right?
So
from one point to another.
No, not lasers.
Oh.
Someone has a wall with a hole.
Yeah.
Shines a light. His buddy is a couple hundred yards away.
Okay.
Right? And also has a wall with a hole, right?
Okay.
If it was perfectly flat, you'd be able to see the light. He doesn't.
Okay.
The only point that he does see the light is when it's lifted higher.
Yeah.
To accommodate for the curve.
Yeah.
So what do you say to that?
I've actually met those people in person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what does that mean?
Well, it means that I know the circumstances of the situation, and that National Geographic has a particular bias towards this particular model.
But that wasn't National Geographic. It
was behind the curve.
But other people have done this experiment.
But I'm saying
it's simple light, and you can disprove flat Earth.
I totally hear where you're coming from, and if you want to take that as your 100%, lock, stock, and barrel.
But disprove it. How could you disprove that?
Well, how can you use that one example as disproving all other concepts? And you've never talked to me before,
because I can use it if it hasn't been disproved. If you haven't disproved it, I can use that.
Okay, fair enough. Do you know what one point to another the longest photography picture was done at? 273 miles. So at 273 miles, we have, let's say 300 miles for sake. That's 60,000 feet of curvature drop. I don't think there's any mountains on Earth that are that tall.
Taller than what?
60,000 feet.
Well, technically there is, because some mountains start below.
Okay, well, fair enough.
So, yeah.
But on observational site from sea or from an observer height, we can still see that mountain at 273 miles away, which is impossible on the globe because there should be curvature drop. That means the mountain should be below you, basically, is what you're saying. Because they taught us I'm not talking to you like I didn't believe this stuff before, man. I grew up just like you. Just like you. In 1999, I graduated high school, and guess what I believed? Okay, man? Come on, I'm trying to relate to you. I believe this was Earth, and there's two different size Americas here, man.
Okay, how about this?
Come on, you can't just use some stupid documentary as proof.
Wait, are you upset that the
they
Earth
lied
is
to me?
maybe not round, or are you upset that it was like you think that somebody's trying to make a farce?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have you ever been
I'm mad because it's not this, and I'm mad that they lied to me about it. That's exactly where I'm coming from. Yeah.
Have you been on a plane?
Yeah, and from that height you can't see curvature.
You can.
No, you
absolutely.
can't. Neil deGrasse Tyson said you can't.
From here to New York.
So if you use Neil deGrasse Tyson as reference, then you should also use the fact that he has disproved the flat earthers, right? So if you use him, he has.
No, he hasn't.
Has he not?
How is he by dropping a microphone and saying gravity? Come on, man.
No, that's not how he's doing it.
Well, he did do that.
Okay,
though.
but so he has also disproved flat earthers, right?
Yeah, but he mocks and ridicules because he's a paid agent to lie to us.
But you just used him as reference. So
yeah, I did, because it's kind of funny. Because what these people do is they talk out both sides of their mouths. Do you know what secret societies are?
Why use them as a reference?
Do you know what secret societies are?
Why use them as
because they talk both. They bought
flat earthers because it's like
they talk
you
about both
want
sides.
to pick and choose what you see as truth, right? But when it's like, oh, okay, you are here with it, and I'm here with it, and I'll show you evidence from over here, you're now somewhere else with it.
I totally get where you're coming from.
Right?
Totally get where you're coming from.
So, you know what I mean? Like,
Wait.
I totally get where you're coming from. But I still used to believe the Earth was a globe, and it's not.
But it is.
Wait, so do you not believe in gravity then?
No, I believe in the concept of buoyancy and density. So if I throw a lake in the water, if I throw a rock in the lake, it's going to sink to the bottom.
Yeah.
Because it's got density to it, right?
Yeah.
Now, if we hollowed it out and then plugged the hole and I threw it, what do you think it would do?
It will float.
It might float, right? If we hollowed out enough rock,
It's
right?
less dense than water.
Yeah,
Water
right.
still has density.
Yeah.
It totally does, and we're walking in a water and medium right now,
Right.
in a sense.
So why
Yeah.
wouldn't water stick to Earth if it has density and it also is affected by gravity and like the gravitational pull of the moon?
Because in our reality, water when contained lays level and flat when at rest.
Yeah, because
So from one
the
point to
container.
another, water's flat. Just like in a lake, and the oceans are contained by other shorelines, which are also make the Earth
Well,
flat.
flat is relative, right? When you're talking
Sure,
about
mountains.
something as big as
Yeah.
the ocean.
The
right?
topographical plane is flat.
Okay, how about this?
How about
if you
that?
stand at the point of an ocean and look across it, can you see on the other side?
Of course not.
Why not?
Because of a
If it
storm.
was flat, right?
Hold on, you just asked me a question, right? Let's say that smoke was billowing up enough and we were on the other side of the lake. Do you think that we would be able to see what's going on over here?
Okay, but that
I could say
doesn't-
it's curvature, and that's why
but
we
that
can't
doesn't
see their
dis-
side.
So, Lake Superior, right, which has things on the other side all over.
Yep.
You stand at one point, you cannot see trees
Correct.
on the other side, you can't
Right.
see buildings on the other side. Even if it's clear as day, you
Yep.
can't see anything. So
Right.
how do you disprove that?
There's humidity in the air, right? And so since we live in a water and vapor environment, that air is being compounded onto itself about 20 to 30 miles away. And so that's where you're going to get your refraction.
So, refraction
and
is one thing.
various other phenomenon
Refraction's
that
in air.
Well, I mean,
not
you-
really. When you.
But I'm giving you
I
an
don't
example.
know science at all. Like I'm
I-
so
I-
good
I
at
am
debating
giving you an
anything.
example
Yeah,
of
and
why
I'm
you can't see 30
refraction,
miles
not even
away
so-
because the water is compounding
But
onto
how-
itself, and that's where it's going to stop. You
But
can't
that
see
doesn't-
forever.
But that doesn't how that works on the surface of water in a clear day, right?
Well, yeah,
That's-
because
that's
if
not how it works.
give you an example,
Uh-huh.
if the sun is beating down on the water, right, and it's noon, is it safe to say that the top of the water is warmer than the bottom of the water?
Sure.
Wait, is the
So
sun
is-
round?
Yes.
So is it going to start to create water vapor?
Oh, that's a good question.
Like,
right.
is
So
the
is the sun flat?
too?
Is
Is,
the moon
everything
flat?
else flat?
Does it matter?
Yeah, it does.
Wouldn't it, because of how like things like go around in a circle
Orbit?
and like
Sure.
orbit? Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
word.
Yeah.
Right.
So then, orbit on a flat surface, right? Because orbit is gravity. You can't dispute gravity or orbits, right? So if you are orbiting
I
a
could,
flat
but we
surface,
won't have
no,
to
you
here.
can't.
Okay.
The gravity on all sides will not be equal, right? So how are we
That's an assumption.
maintaining?
You're
No, it's not.
assuming.
That's-
You're
that's-
not
that's
in an
science.
environment that you can do this.
That's
If
science.
we're, like,
so it's
orbiting-
easier
Have you ever-
to
We're flat?
assume.
Have you ever seen this happen? Where you see water float in your reality where you're living right now with me, right? We're both in the same reality. I've never seen water just float in orbit around anything.
You know what else
So,
you haven't seen? The bottom of the earth.
Nobody can see the bottom of it.
The flat side of the earth.
You can't.
Well, we
No
fall
one
off.
can.
So
cannot
yeah,
see
exactly.
it.
So
That's a
where's
silly
the
notion.
edge?
I have the
So where's
meme
the
over there
edge?
that-
Where's the edge?
I have a meme over there that
Where's the
flat
edge?
Earth is not a disc floating in outer space.
So what is it then?
Okay.
I think it goes on infinitely forever.
You're replacing it with a
Wait,
disc
Earth
floating
goes
in
on
space.
forever?
Yeah, why not?
Because
Outer
because-
space goes on forever
Yeah,
and ever.
yeah, that's
right.
outer
Of course
space.
it does. That's common
Space
sense
goes on.
because
No, it
you've
does.
seen
Uh-huh.
outer space go forever, right?
Yeah,
You've hit the end of the outer space wall.
I totally believe
and it
it.
keeps expanding. So you're like this.
Yep,
You're like
yep.
trying to knock, but it
Background
keeps going
radiation
further
and dark-
away.
But if
Matter
space
and
is
all
the
that.
thing that goes on forever, how can
How is-
space and Earth go on forever simultaneously?
Yeah.
So what I think is that the Earth is like this table, and we live in this area called Earth, and the sky is parallel with the ground, and there's a ceiling. There is no way. Neil,
A ceiling?
the best
But
way-
you just talked about
the best way
space
to
though.
describe
Yeah,
it is
space
that
is
Earth
im-
is
space
the
is
basement
impossible.
of the universe.
All right,
yeah.
let's go.
Wait,
Space,
but Earth
space is
the
scientifically
center.
impossible, my man. You're not leaving, are you? Are you leaving? Because I said space is fake? You don't have space like pajamas, do you? Do you have dinosaur bed sheets too?
This is hilarious. Thank you, bro.
You have dinosaurs. I'll be here all summer, man. This isn't my first rodeo. I've been doing this for a long time. I said space is fake to a grown man, and he walks away. Wow, can you believe that? Yeah, I said space is fake, and a grown man walked away crying like a child.
What's up there?
Lights.
Huh?
Lights in the sky.
Lights?
Yeah. Can you go to those lights?
Do you think we've been on the moon?
Well, let me ask you. Can you go to the lights in the sky?
I can't. No.
I can't either. So they're just lights.
Yeah,
You don't think they're stars?
To Mars.
Well, they're lights. I mean, if you want to call them stars, they're stars. But if you think that they're other planets like us,
Yeah.
that's imagination. And that was given to you by movies and television when
So
you
you
were a
don't
child.
think there's other planets?
No, of course not.
Did you see the other planet?
Really?
We're special. You don't believe you're special?
But
and
there's
you were...
200 galaxies, 200 trillion galaxies.
That's more stories. How do you verify these things?
How do you actually know?
Do you know what science?
No, it's not.
But-
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's
No,
not mentioned
that's
in the
crazy.
Quran. It's not mentioned
Let me
in the
ask you a
Quran. You do not know.
real question.
Yeah.
What's more important, knowing or believing?
Knowing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you believing that all these things are true and you can't verify them?
I can't verify that.
Okay. Is that science or belief?
That's just belief, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're in a
Things
belief
we
system.
saw
That's a
on TV.
religion, right?
I know, but what's wrong with the religion?
And the
So do you
reason
believe-
and the reason why she might believe that the earth is a globe, because no offense, you'll teach her or school will teach her.
Yeah.
Right? So why do we get taught a lie and then we grow up to it and then he learns that the earth is immovable and flat, laid out like a carpet.
So then how does the sun go around?
It just goes around like this. Like that. And I believe, or whatever, if you want to call it a belief, I think that there's a greater light behind the sun that we see, and the sun is just an apparition.
Are you both
So do you think?
No, I'm just some guy.
No. So do you think this is like the Truman Show? Have you ever seen the Truman Show?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
You think
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
the Truman Show?
Yeah, definitely. Because you can't explore any further than this parallel of Antarctica, unless you're held by your hand.
Oh, okay.
So, like, you can't walk around Antarctica like we walk around the lake here.
So who do you think is controlling all this?
Probably a few thousand people.
A few thousand people?
Yeah.
The 1%?
Yeah.
Wow.
The people here before you.
Okay, but what's the purpose of them selling this type of lie? What would be?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah, tell us.
Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know why you guys are here. What do you think they're?
Do you believe in aliens from outer space?
Aliens?
Yeah.
I believe that we're not the only creatures.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Fair
true.
enough. Right.
Yeah.
So I was a conspiracy theory when I was younger in the 90s because I believed aliens.
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny now how 20 years later it's switched where I don't believe in aliens anymore. Now everybody believes in aliens.
And why don't
So
you
you don't
believe in it anymore? Okay, but that's the
Because
question I
outer
asked
space
you,
isn't
though.
real.
But
Because
I know.
hold on. Because outer space isn't real.
Okay.
Okay? There's a ceiling above us
Okay.
and we're contained. That's why we have a air pressure.
Yeah.
That's why we can breathe. It's a constant pressure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And they're hiding more land from us.
Okay,
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
so they're hiding more
yeah.
resources.
Mm-hmm.
So they're keeping it all from us.
So you don't believe there's
And
other
so,
creatures?
yeah,
than
I think
humans?
that the land that they're hiding from us is an ancient civilization that's
Oh,
leaning
yeah.
off technology to us and controlling
So
us.
the aliens are not coming from space, but they're coming from
Yeah,
like.
whatever they are. They might look like us, they might not. Most likely they look like us, right? But whatever they are, they're going to fake a space alien invasion with holograms and lasers and all the stuff that everybody will believe because they saw it all on TV and the movies.
What TV? What type of television?
Independence Day.
Okay,
Huge movie with Will
we're
Smith.
not from here though, so you're saying that's in
I'm
every
Muslim,
country?
though.
Yeah, every
Not
country
Western
has some
society?
kind of
So-
alien invasion story. Yeah.
So I'm wondering.
Who built the pyramids, for example? Aliens.
Yeah,
Right.
pyramids.
Yeah,
there's
aliens
pyramids-
built them.
You know there's pyramids on Mars. right?
Prometheus. Everybody got their
There's
beliefs from
pyramids
TV.
everywhere.
Okay,
They have
but
no
there's
original
way
thoughts.
humans built that. That's-
But I have a question. What do you think happens when we die then?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. No. I mean,
Do you think we just...
let's just put it this way. Let's say, for example, I don't think that this is true, but let's say there is a type of reincarnation, right?
Oh, okay.
What if I come back here and this place is worse off than I left it? What have I done? I'll walk around, no offense, I walk around the lake, I watch Netflix, I play video games, I watch sports. This is my life.
Okay, but can I ask you a
And then you
question?
complain about how crappy life is, right?
Okay.
So until people start doing something about life and things, people are just going to take over because they just give you entertainment.
But can I ask
And you
you-
just
Yeah, and
soak it up. This is
distracted,
how
yeah.
this is
You
how
make a
people
very
walk around the
general
lake. This is how
statement.
people walk.
Literally.
I know
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
But can I ask you something? Can I just give you some food for thought?
Sure, yeah.
So, like, for example, us, we follow the Islamic religion.
Sure.
And we have certain traditions and beliefs, and we don't follow the quote like liberal framework that you're kind of mentioning and things like that. So you're kind of making a general blanket statement because you're assuming that everybody in the globe is following this one specific thing.
Everybody believes the Earth is a globe. That's the largest religion on Earth. Everybody believes in space and everybody believes in the globe. So it doesn't matter if you're Muslim, Christian, Buddha, whatever. You believe you live here. So no offense, if you were born in Utah, guess what? You wouldn't be Muslim. You'd probably be Mormon.
That's true.
If you were born in Utah, you would be Mormon, not Muslim.
If you're not born how you were born today, that you would be, that you believe whatever your parents tell you.
Most people believe what they believe because they're born there.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's true. A lot of people inherit religion. Yeah. But at the same time, like,
what do you think this is?
A lot of people come to find.
Do you think people have inherited this? Right?
I guess.
So.
I guess it's different.
How about this? This isn't flat Earth. Okay, it's not a disc floating in outer space. Outer space doesn't exist. Okay.
So what do you think we're on then?
So, I think the Earth goes on infinitely, just like this table.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
We're not wrong.
Why couldn't it be?
What is Elon Musk doing going to the sky and stuff?
Lying to you, deceiving, propagandizing.
Why
wouldn't they do that? You're going to believe it.
Yeah.
No offense, if I had the power and the money to do that and I was debased like them, I would lie to you all too. No offense.
But do you think they know the truth? They know
of course they do, because it's called Gnosticism. They hide hidden wisdom. They hide it. And then they teach you the opposite, and this whole world is about you sifting through the lies and finding the truth. That's what this reality is like. So you're given things and you have to fight through that to find the truth.
Do you think we'll ever find out the truth?
Well, I mean, the truth is pretty important, right? So if they're teaching you one thing and they're lying to you about another thing, then wouldn't you want to know why they make fun of certain things, then go along with making fun of it?
But okay.
That's what I'm saying. You know, like whatever they make fun of on TV, flat earthers, then you should probably look into it, because that's what they do. They talk out both sides. That's why that guy got mad. Because they talk out both sides of their mouth. Neil deGrasse Tyson will tell you truth, but then he'll tell you lies like outer space and galaxies and stuff like that. But he'll tell you the truth and say you can't see from this point, you can't see curvature from a high altitude balloon.
Yeah.
You know, you're just not going to see curvature. So he's telling you the truth right there, but then he goes on to his other character and lies to you and teaches you like a child and talks to you like a child, like, oh, outer space, giving you all these fantastic thoughts.
So what about the astrophysicists and all of the scientists who are not part of that are not like Neil deGrasse Tyson, who are not like all the way?
They're just indoctrinated. They're just indoctrinated. They just learn from what somebody else learned before them and what somebody else learned before them.
Though, right?
Will they ever go to outer space? Will any of these people go to outer space?
Yeah.
Most likely not.
So do you believe Neil Armstrong went to the moon, or do you think that's fake?
That's a hoax.
Okay, I think that's fake too, because I saw the video. You can see like the stage lighting. You can see.
Only special people are allowed to be part of the lies.
Yeah.
And when they're kind of into the lie, but they don't know it's a lie, it's a lot easier to have somebody with a genuine reaction than somebody who just blatantly lies.
Yeah.
Because if you blatantly lie, it's hard to break character.
Exactly.
Right? You know when somebody's lying. Right? You guys, women have been around men long enough to know when a guy's lying, right?
Exactly.
So when he's being honest, you know. And so that's how you know that, okay, there's something going on here. Why are they teaching us one thing?
Even in the Quran, it basically says, our God made stars in the heavens. That's why when we look up, we see stars.
Sure.
Then
So
that's heaven.
There's a galaxy.
But
we believe
no, that doesn't mean that.
The galaxy. Does not say we believe in
You
stars.
know,
The Quran mentions the Milky Way.
you know, Allah, he said, I know what you do
The Quran
not
does
know.
mention the
We have numbers of heavens, right? We have 7. And God made it appealing for us to look up in the sky, see stars, because that's heaven for us.
Okay.
But it does not mention that we have galaxies, planets, or none of that.
Or how about you can go there? You know, for example.
It literally says in our book you can't go over there. It's impossible.
So let me give you this example.
I'm just saying, like,
How about this? How about the
Allah
stars?
created the sun, the moon, and the planets, each with their own individual courses or orbits. Verse Surah 21, verse 33. Why would it say that? It doesn't make sense.
Well, how about this? Regardless of
do you believe in a higher
if you
power?
can go there,
I
yeah,
believe
hold on.
the earth is a globe.
Okay, but
I do.
what
Not
if,
because of.
but what if?
I believe because of my religious scripture. Because God.
But
He
nobody-
didn't say it was a globe though.
But what
He didn't say it was a
I'm, but
globe.
what I'm
Okay,
saying,
maybe not the word globe, but it's and it's from Arabic text.
but what I'm saying is that the lights in the sky are just used as calendar. That's all they are for.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
show
that's
you
true.
times and
Yeah.
seasons, and if this certain constellation is here, then
Yeah,
it's a
that's true,
spiritual
though.
thing.
And that he made it for,
It has nothing to do with
for
us
time.
going to planets and landing spaceships on them.
That's true. Dude.
And you'll never do that. So regardless of however
So if
you
I-
feel
if I-
about it,
if
you'll
I-
never do it.
So you're saying that if I don't go to school, work at NASA, and become an astronaut,
Not even
I can-
close. You better
You'll
start joining
never-
some kind of a social, like a
You'll
secret
never
society.
go.
You can join some kind of secret society and maybe do it,
Yeah.
but you're not going to do it
Yeah.
on just a regular, paycheck or whatever you think it is. That's
Yeah.
not how this reality works. I'm
So
sorry.
everybody that
That's
works at
right
NASA
there.
is lying?
This world is not what you think it is. I'm not saying they're lying. They're just not showing you the whole truth. And if you're going to believe it,
what's the
then
agenda
why
of
would
the-
they have to tell you the truth if you're just going
I
to
know,
believe
but
it?
What's the agenda that you think they're hiding? What's the hidden agenda?
In alien invasion.
You think we're gonna get an
It's gonna
alien?
happen?
Yep. And it's going to be fake, and everybody's going to believe it, just like everybody believed the last 3 years, because
What's
the
the last 3
television
years,
said
the
so.
pandemic?
To believe in the pandemic, or what do you
Because
mean the last 3
the
years?
because the TV said so. That's why people will believe it. And everybody grew up believing in aliens. I did.
Yeah.
I watched all the movies about aliens, and now I see everybody believe in aliens, and I don't believe them anymore.
Why?
Because it's probably an ancient civilization, and outer space isn't scientifically possible.
Why would the government go and lie that aliens are real all of a sudden to create humanity?
Yeah. To create the idea that, hey, there's something going on. Maybe we're special. Maybe the aliens are coming here or whatever. But it's just more propaganda to start hosting up the globe Earth that we were taught at a very young age. It's just like anything else. Most people believe what they believe because they were born there. If I was born in Utah, more likely I would probably be a Mormon.
Well, I was just thinking about Mormons coming from Utah.
Hey, fair enough. So if I grow up there and then I look into it, just for example, and I'm just not into it, I'm like, hey, there's something fishy about this, or it could be any religion, for example, and I'm born there, and I start questioning it, and I say, hey, you know what? I don't think I believe this anymore. What do you think is going to happen? My family and my friends are going to reject me because I just pushed away everybody because we all had the same beliefs, right? Well, guess what? This is a belief also. Because everybody, regardless of you're Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, Jew, or whatever, you grew up learning about this.
So you think it's flat like this?
Well, I know it's flat.
You know it's flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you seen it from space?
I don't have to go to space to know.
So yours is a belief, though. Then
No.
That's a belief. You're saying
No.
we have a belief, but what you're saying too is also a belief. Because
Nope.
that's what you believe in. That's
No.
a contradiction. That's a straw man argument.
No, but you're putting, just hold on. But I have proof from what I understand about reality is that when water is contained and at rest, it lays level and flat at the surface. And it
You
looks
heard about
almost,
gravity.
well, hold on. Okay, I've definitely heard about gravity because I've been into this for 7 years. So
Yeah.
I've definitely heard about people and their gravity talk. But is it fair enough to say that as the wind dies down on the lake behind you, that it acts like a reflection of a mirror?
I don't know what you're
Behind
talking
you.
about.
Behind you, there's a lake.
I see it.
Okay, are you looking?
I see
Okay,
it.
so as the lake gets calmer, is it fair enough to say the surface of the water is like a mirror?
Yeah, I would think
Yeah.
Okay, so when you look at your mirror at home, is the mirror curved?
No.
Have you been to a fun house?
Okay.
Right? You've all been to a fun house, right? At the carnival, fun house,
Yeah.
mirror, right? Makes
Like
you look
the
fat, makes you look
mermaids,
skinny,
yeah.
right? Okay, so those, what do you think those mirrors are?
They're just funny mirrors.
Curved, right?
Yeah.
So when you have a mirror behind you, it's going to be level and flat. So from one point of the shoreline to another, it's flat. And if Earth is 70% water and the water is contained, fair enough to say that the Earth is flat because water's flat.
Really not fair enough.
Okay. So
So here's my
what do you
question.
have then? Gravity?
Well, yeah, gravity would keep the water on the Earth. That's what gravity does. But here's the thing. What's the motivation, you think, of this huge? It must be a huge conspiracy.
Oh, huge, right?
Because you asked me to listen.
I'm agreeing with you.
NASA is a huge agency within the United States government, and it's not the only government who has involved in space travel.
Totally.
Russia, China, France, many countries are putting satellites into orbit, and for what you're saying to be true, every one of them must be in on this conspiracy.
Must be.
Every part of the U.S. government. So, what is it that you know that we don't know?
Well,
besides mirrors and curves.
Okay, well, it seems it's pretty reasonable to compare.
Well, I guess it depends on your notion of expertise.
Okay, yeah, I'm just some guy.
I think I know a lot about what I don't know.
Okay.
Which is, I don't know a whole lot.
Okay.
But I trust.
You trust. There's a key word. Trust. Right? Faith. Could faith be another one? Maybe?
Faith is
I have faith.
Faith is a different thing. Faith is belief without confirming evidence.
Okay. Without proof, right?
Okay. That's what religion.
So you asked me a question. What do I know that you don't know?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean necessarily 100% that you don't have any conviction. You have to have conviction.
Right.
To have faith.
But you don't have to have.
But you don't have proof.
Okay, Alex.
It's not like you can see the light.
Religion, we actually have proof that we follow. Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
we do.
Our proof.
I'm gonna make an assumption.
Nature.
I'm gonna make an assumption.
That's saying everything is God. That's just literally saying everything is God.
They're not looking for evidence.
That's not saying that.
That's our proof. Our Lord says.
He said trust. That's a key word.
I created this earth and
that's a strong word. Trust.
It is.
You trust the authorities.
Yeah, but the proof that he's talking about, like,
Have you ever seen the movie Gravity?
Actual God,
I have. It's a terrible movie.
That's what they're asking.
Cassandra Bullockson or
Most
what?
people thought that was real and actually.
That's the
filmed in
part you have to have
space.
faith.
Who thought that?
Bloggers
A lot of
on Reddit.
A lot of people who didn't know.
He's saying that the Hollywood movie Gravity, that most people believe that it was actually shot in space.
They did.
Nobody believes that's a.
So we know something that maybe you don't know. You might want to research that.
Yeah, what's that?
And find out if people really thought that the movie Gravity was filmed in outer space, and they didn't know that it was filmed on a movie set with green screens and various other things that maybe most people aren't aware of, that they have the type of technology to deceive.
Wait, so I have a question. Do you believe in a higher power?
Of course I do.
So what's your higher power?
A creator God.
So you believe in God,
Yeah.
but you don't believe in any of this stuff that the
No, of
government
course
says?
not. No, I believe a creator God created us in a very specific spot, in a very specific environment, kind of like a terrarium. And he was very specific about us. I mean, I'd like to read the Bible more often than not.
The Bible does it not mention the shape of.
It says round, but a penny's round, right?
But you believe in the Bible?
Yeah, I tend to read it more.
Thank you for the conversation.
Oh, I say the Bible, right?
Thank
Okay,
you. Thank you.
got it. Uh-oh. See, they're Muslim. It's funny how they're Muslim and we can talk, and they think they know I believe the Bible, but you guys walk away. That's interesting that we can have a dialogue with a conversation, but you guys walk away when we mention Bible. So you guys seem to have very strong beliefs and a lot of faith and trust in other people did things that you can't do yourself. So if there's anything that I know that you didn't do is walk on the moon. You have never walked on the moon, sir, yet you believe other people did it and you trust that they did it. That's a faith belief. That's belief. Other people did things that you can't do. That's faith. So
that's interesting.
It is interesting, and I find a lot of that to be very common, that people have very strong beliefs that if you mention a trigger word, then it's like, you know.
This is your card?
It's a friend of mine's app that has more information about flat Earth.
Okay. Are you guys on social media?
Yeah, I'm Authentic Intent on
TikTok
YouTube.
Or on YouTube?
On YouTube and TikTok, yeah. Authentic_intent.
Wait, I have
TikTok.
to find you.
But I have a lot of stuff on YouTube.
So Nick information out there.
On Authentic
Can you
Intent.
type it on here?
So,
if
yeah,
you don't mind.
No problem.
It's very interesting.
I like hearing your perspective.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Are you guys here all the time?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be here a lot more now that
in the
it's
summer.
nice out. I did come out here a lot more
Yeah, everybody has different opinions. But
before the last 3
as
years.
long as you guys are respecting other people and trying to
It's nice to have an open dialect
but
and have see what other people think about.
No, you should.
our religion is about peace. So.
Yeah.
So we're open to
Yeah.
hearing anything.
No, it's funny, you know, how people get to this, like, they get
When they
so...
hear Bible, they're like,
Yeah.
Yeah, Bible.
yeah.
But I mean, it's better to, like, have a foundation and then you can go off of that.
Perfect.
And it's not like you gotta believe everything that you read as true and fake. You can take a lot of different, like I take a lot of what Muslim people say, Buddha people, you know, whatever. And it's not anything to say like one's better than another. It's just like, I didn't ask to be here. Right? I didn't ask to be born. And now I get all these different things of being flooded. Like, do I want to hang out with you? But if I hang out with you, then they're not going to like me. And if I do this, then it's like, let's just all sit at the same lunch table.
Exactly. Have a conversation.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Because we're not going to, you know, no offense, we're not going to sleep in the same room or the same bed or the same house together. It's just like, y'all walk around the lake, you know, let's have a conversation.
Exactly.
And it's too bad. But, you know, if they think that this is the first time they're going to see me, then, you know, maybe it'll work out better in the future. So.
Well, thank you for everything
thanks for
you guys
listening.
are doing.
Yeah, we appreciate you listening.
Thank you.
And we'll see you around. Yeah. So, yeah. They have strong faith in flying boxes in Narnia. Yeah, they just got totally triggered. And I wanted to talk to this science guy, but I basically said what I wanted to say at the end. Because he has trust in authority, did something, and he talks about it like it's true.
How's it going?
Hey, what's good, man?
Hi.
Hey, what's happening?
So I've seen these kind of like arguments online, and the question I had for you was, if no one's been to the moon, how do we get satellites in space? It's like, because to me it seems like kind of a logical conclusion that if we can get satellites into space, we can get people on the moon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the moon? I was taught the same thing, and now I think, and now I know the Earth is flat. You know, it's just whatever, right? So how far away is the moon again?
I think it's like 267,000 miles.
You're about 30,000 miles too far.
Okay.
It's like 237 or so.
Okay.
Okay. So how high are satellites?
I want to say like 10,000 miles, 12,000 miles.
Okay, fair enough. Couple thousand miles maybe.
Yeah, like I think
what's
it's
the
a range.
what's the ISS?
There he is.
Hey, look at him.
Show it.
Show it. Hey.
See, that's the other flat thing that we see up in the sky at night.
There, he's ready.
Yeah.
Let me see it.
The Moon Man.
There he is, the Moon Man.
Here you go.
Glad you came back, though. Thanks a lot. For
No, I mean that comment about Muslims is just totally out of line. It has nothing to do with why I walked away.
Well, it
And
totally
you
does. I
knew
mean,
that.
well, I mean,
I
you're.
work with Muslims. I love, respect everybody.
But people that talk about the Bible, except those people, right?
What do you mean?
Well, you happened to walk away when the Bible was brought up.
You know nothing about what my belief system is.
Well, then why'd you walk away?
Because I was tired of listening to you.
Okay.
Because you're not going to convince me.
Sure,
It's
but
not. It's nonsense, and you're
but
not going to convince me.
I just want you to comprehend. Okay, you have never landed on the moon, and you never
there's
will.
nothing that you'll try and get me to
I'm not trying to do
comprehend
it.
that
I just
I'm
want you to
actually
know that
Yeah.
you'll never go to outer space, but you believe it to be real. So that's no different than people believing Jesus walked on water.
I'm not.
It's literally no different, man.
I'm not questioning Christianity. I'm not a Christian, but I'm not questioning.
But can you admit
That's
that
what's-
you have faith in man walking on the moon? Could you admit that much?
I wouldn't call it faith. Faith to me is a belief in something where there's no evidence.
You have no evidence.
I guess it depends on how you want to go through the
No,
world.
it's literally just like that. You've never walked on the moon.
If you go through the world not believing anything in anybody, that's a tough way to go. I'm discriminate about what I believe. I don't believe everything. I don't believe everything for the government. I certainly don't.
Okay, well then we might be able to talk about the last 3 years.
I remember you guys from last year talking. You're anti-vaxxers.
Well, something like that, if that's what you want to call it. We
well,
question stuff a lot more than most.
No, I remember it. So you know, and I tried to have a conversation with you then, and you got pretty uncivil with me.
Okay, sure.
So you know.
Well, it's a new year now.
Yeah.
It's a new time.
It is a new time. So.
But you know, we'll be here all summer. So if you want to chat later, take care of yourself. This guy got uncivil. Well, whatever that means. Because he, what did he say? He questions government, but it sounds like he's
because he's discriminatory with certain ideas.
Yeah.
but
not very many. It doesn't sound like
yeah.
very many things he's very discriminatory against. Seems like he
wishy-washy.
Pretty much slops everything down that the government
feeds him up,
puts down his throat. Good for him. So we're here. We're back. Authentic Intent at Lake Calhoun with Miles. Let me show everybody the walkway here. We kind of switched it up. Now I got to fix that. So we got that hanging here, and then put this in uncivil. He should write an angry letter to the authorities, probably the Minneapolis Park Police. Hey, that guy who talks about flat Earth is back at the lake again. Our true history has been hidden. So here's what we got. Instead of using chalk so much, we're just gonna tape laminated memes onto the ground, because when people walk here at the lake, they're just looking at their cell phone anyways, and nobody has eye contact with anybody at the lake. So I figured the best place to put these memes is out in public, because people won't see these on facepalm because they don't research. They just believe everything and trust the television. So Miles and I figured to come out to the lake and share some of our favorite memes with the public, which seem to be very popular. And I'm happy for them. So I got a couple more. Thanks everybody in the chat for hanging out here. I did some spyglasses for about an hour before we went live. Had some good conversations. Frustrating with the normies, but you know, we got so much to talk about this summer. I'm trying to avoid talking about the last 3 years, but we'll see how that goes. So we got more memes on the ground. People have to read, because how could they not want to read laminated pieces of paper out in public? Here's an idea. Ask yourself why there are not any real photographs of Earth from space. Had somebody looking at this one earlier. It's pretty funny. So here we go. We got the bike crew here. You guys are just in time for the this is their ritual. I don't know what time it is. Let's see. It's 8:12. So they're making their rounds, kind of circling the wagons, if you will. It's like the OK Corral. This is our first experience of the bike gang here at Lake B.o.B. Really excited to be here, as you can tell. So there's Minneapolis in the background. And they almost ate it, but they didn't. So good for them. And there's Ty. Look at you. He's on Facebook. Alright. So excited to be here. Hey, there she is. Speaking of, we were just talking about Jean. Jean's back. And you're back. Look at you. Hey fellas, how you doing?
We had a flat Earth club when I was in high school. Can I sit here?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, if you don't mind being live on Facebook.
Are we on Facebook now?
Yeah, of course. Oh, it's not me. But, it's more on me. What's your name?
I'm Tony.
Tony, Joshua. Pleasure. Hey.
Did you get this in it? Fine.
Yeah, you got to get the signage in it. Hey, right on.
Dude, yeah, we did a lecture.
Yeah.
We went to KQ. Remember KQ, the radio?
Okay, yeah.
The radio station.
Yeah.
We
Tom and Art and all that.
Yeah, before him.
Oh, okay, wow, that's.
I was in high school
okay.
way before Tom and Art. We went and tried to argue that we should get equal time.
Yeah, we should have.
Yeah. He needed a better act from us, a better performed. We had to be more performed. We did some lectures for our high school. But
okay. So what are your views now? No, it's.
I'm still working on it. It's, you know what I mean?
I can't see it.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of hidden information.
There is. Yeah, that's why I got it right there. Our true history has been hidden. You know, got some memes set up from Facebook. You might scroll through Instagram and see some of these. Get your attention. Just trying to provoke thought, you know. Get the kids thinking for themselves.
Really great.
Yeah, it's fun, you know.
What's your name?
Joshua.
Joshua.
Yeah.
I like that you do the whole thing.
Yeah, why not? You know, it's a lot of syllables. This generation can only do one syllable. Yeah.
Not that hard.
They would type Joshua and then show me. Yeah.
Not that hard.
Right?
Right.
But yeah, we'll be here all summer.
And Josh is not very biblical.
No, it's not.
Oh, there you go.
No, you wouldn't call. You wouldn't say, "Hey, J" to Jesus or
Don't
Je
do not.
or Je, you know, whatever. Or you could call him Yeshua. You know,
Oh,
Yeah.
I like this. No one's been to the moon.
nobody has. I just got into an argument with a guy who had like a rocket in front of the moon, and he got mad at me because I basically said like, "You're never going to do that," but you believe they did it, so he has trust that somebody did it. Yeah, and I said faith. You know, how about another word? Is faith as strong as trust? You know, because you have faith that other people did things and you believe it to be done. So it seems to be a common theme, especially since the television. So
Create reality.
yeah, why not? And now they got, you know, augmented reality, VR glasses. They tell children that if you put these VR glasses on, you're on the ISS in outer space. And it's like, wow, you know, well, like, how can I match with that? I just have a table out at the lake, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Old-fashioned.
And you're streaming yourself?
yeah, sure, why not? You know, try to get some other people to
I don't.
provoke other thought. Because I can only be here in Minneapolis. I need other people to talk in England, Australia, New York,
Right.
and whatnot. So, yeah, Gene, I figured I'd just bring the memes out to the public and stop using chalk.
All right, thank you.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you around. Sun is traveling further and further away. How long have we been on for? Thanks, chat. Really appreciate everybody stopping by. Maybe more people will watch the live stream later. Had some good conversations at the very beginning. I was able to get it ready to go live right when this one guy started a conversation, and then he walked away because I said outer space is fake. So it's too bad.
The local, so many times on the media.
Yeah.
I hear it repeated. And some churches that don't know.
Yeah. It's a crazy world.
Okay. I want to get around before this
Okay.
is done.
Yeah.
Sure.
You can call me too.
Yeah, I have your number.
Yeah,
So.
you have my number.
Yeah.
Good. Because my phone didn't work for like 7 or 8 months.
Okay.
My little flip phone.
Yeah.
Now it does again.
Now you have a new
They
phone,
were
or?
changing it to 5G from 3G.
Yeah.
So that's why they shut it off for a while.
Okay.
Whatever. I still have the other phone.
Yeah. I have your number still.
Good,
I mean, I
good.
gotta.
You can call too.
Yeah.
It's just more difficult to get around in the winter on an e-bike.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so
Yep.
unless people want to come pick me up all the time, that's cool. But not
Someone
usually.
picks you up?
No, I mean, unless people want to come and pick me up.
Well, how did you get this up?
At his house, he brought it here, and then I
Okay.
just brought some other stuff.
Good. Okay. Okay. So you'll be out here more.
Oh yeah, yeah. Might come up tomorrow night.
Okay.
You know,
Good.
so
I'll be out.
try to do that.
Okay. Good. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. Good to see you again.
Good walk.
Let's keep in touch.
What?
I said have a good walk. We'll see you.
Thank you. Yes. We'll see you. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya. All right. Another goodie I got is a translator. Look at this. So now I got a translator. Talk to people out here. Can use offline mode, so I don't have to use a hotspot. But this is like $100 on everybody's favorite place to shop, Amazon. And it works great. I use it at work in Spanish. And any opportunities we need a translator, we have one. And we can talk and chat it up. Show you how it works. I already got a few things saved on it. But probably getting pretty close to wrapping it up here.
Yeah, I'm gonna get going in a little bit.
We're gonna wrap it up here. Let's see here. Here we go.
MHM. La Tierra es plana.
Hey, look at that.
La Tierra es plana.
I'm gonna hook that up to the megaphone. I'm gonna buy a
microphone it out.
yeah. I'm gonna buy a smaller megaphone. That thing's a beast. Use a smaller megaphone at the game. So, but yeah, once this live stream is over, make sure you start it over because there's more conversations at the beginning. And I have these spy glasses that I was wearing earlier. Had some good conversations. Probably had a conversation that ended while the battery died or the memory went out. But yeah, look at these. And I got another pair coming for Miles or anybody else that's out here. So try to do some undercover activism. People seem, I don't know, more prone, I guess, to chat if it's not around. But just getting my feet wet here on May 3rd. And I went to the university yesterday. Oh, careful. Went to the university yesterday. And it was just super windy. And it was alright though. I brought some memes out there and did some undercover spy work. And so the one fact checker that everybody saw in that 2-minute video, that wasn't the only fact checker. I actually had one that came through earlier. And I thought the glasses were working, but they weren't. And so she's walking towards me, and I put the memes up on the light posts. Sometime in the morning or something like that when it's more busy, I'll try to live stream at the university and just show everybody that experience. But she tore off the meme from the light post, and I'm like, hey, you know, are we fact checking today? Are you a Facebook fact checker? And she just starts laughing. And I don't know what else was said. But she starts walking towards me, and I'm like, hey, you know, can I have my meme back? She hands it back to me. So that was cool. she was, you know, nice about that. But, you know, prototypical, believes the television and culture and TV taught her how to dress and act. So she had purple hair, and she had tendencies, I'm sure, for pronouns. But I didn't address any pronouns. But she handed me back my meme, and I got it back. So, but that was probably between the two interactions of being fact-checked yesterday. I figured that was the best day. It was my birthday yesterday, May 2nd. I'm 42, so that's special. Thank you for all the happy birthdays and whatnot. I hope to be more active this year. So I know some people have probably fallen off or thought, you know, I'm not in the game anymore, I'm not into it or whatever, but, you know, it takes some time to get over the last 3 years. Hey Jeff, hey Mike, everybody else in the chat, Austin. And so I had to, you know, forgive a lot of people. You know, it really sucks to have to deal with the last 3 years and be where I'm at and kind of get sidetracked. I wish I wouldn't have gotten sidetracked on that whole bit, but it happened. And so now we're back. We're just going to try to stick to flat Earth out here. I feel like that's the most important thing, because if everybody knew that the Earth was flat, then we wouldn't be dealing with anything anyways. You know what I mean? So, really trying to change it up, trying to get some new ideas and conversations and talks. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. I like where some of my ideas and the thoughts have gone, and when we're live, maybe we can go over some of those. I also got a conspiracy theory game, so we can go over some of those questions, test each other's knowledge on what common item has built-in technology that allows the government to spy on you. The Basomatic, the television, a microwave, the no hair remover. So what do you think? Built-in technology that allows the government to spy on you. The Basomatic, television, microwave, the no hair remover. So, you know, maybe we'll ask some normies if they know any of these conspiracy theory questions. They'll find out how conspiracy minded they may really be. Get them to think a little bit more. So yeah, we're gonna try to come out here to the lake, do some table, might just do some undercover glasses work at the university, baseball games, try to get more active. I got all these memes laminated up and ready to go. Gonna try to get some more memes laminated. Hi. Hey, how you doing? Hey.
Very friendly.
We're all friends here. And so, yeah, so got my feet wet yesterday at the university. Figured it'd be the best time to go out. I wanted to go out on Earth Day, but it was really garbage weather. And honestly, it's been pretty garbage weather up until Monday. It's really, yeah, take care, we'll see you around. And that's when kind of the weather started to change a little bit more. Before that, it was really just ugly, cold, not very nice. Had a couple of 80-degree weather days earlier, I think, what, like March, end of March?
Yeah.
April. March. And then April Fool's Day, we got a, what, 12, yeah, it was, because it was end of March, because then on April Fool's Day, we got 12 inches of snow. And that was fun to e-bike in. It wasn't very funny, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And so we still e-bike. We have almost 2,200 miles on my e-bike. So we've been really crushing it in all aspects of reality.
Hi.
I do not conform, and I'm not going to be a part of this charade as much as I can. Kind of a hypocrite when it comes to that, but I have to survive here as much as anybody. I'm not going to, you know, absolve myself from reality when there's so much to share. Like, I'm sure people are sharing that 420 over there at the parking lot. And that'll be nice to enjoy later. So it was a clear day yesterday. It was just super windy. Today the wind has died down, but chemtrails were prevalent today and not so much yesterday. So they're still spraying our skies here in Minneapolis. And I'm gonna try to get some more time out here at the lake. Hoping to come back out here or at a lake location tomorrow and try to get some stuff together and do some more face-to-face activism. Really good to see our people out in London, England, and Europe, and doing all their stuff with the Globe Light tour with Dave, Trinity 4, and Jason, and John Smith Globe Live, and everybody else out there. So that's great. So I got a lot of catching up to do, but I want to share real quick for anybody who's a latecomer. We're going to take off here after I show everybody what we had going on for the last, I don't know, probably 2.5, 3 hours or so. I've been out here for that long. We did some spyglass work earlier, and so we're gonna use some memes a little bit more, put them on the ground, because when people walk out here at the lake, they just really stare at the ground and stare at their phone. Nobody does any eye contact. So most people just keep to themselves and their own conversations. So these memes have been really thought-provoking, get people to think, come talk to us a little bit more, and people really can't avoid reading things on the ground, I guess. So still got the chalk, but we're not going to use it as much. But we're going to have to just make up some more of these memes. They're double-sided too, so you know, this one here says what it says, and then on the other side, these are all memes that I've shared on Facepalm. Which cartoon do you believe you live on? So we'll just start tearing them up here as we go. So this one here,
it's a flat Earth.
Flat Earth. Well, we know that. We're asking about the moon. Looks like a flat moon though too.
Oh, these girls. They're hams. There's hams. Hamming it up out here. These here. Bought some more double-sided tape because I think I'm going to be going through double-sided tape like distilled water. Oh, that's adorable. Alright. Yeah, this one here. This one was pretty popular on the Palm. Hey, look at this one. This one was, I was shadow banned for 90 days. At, I think, the beginning of April. Got flagged for this one. This one's very special to me because Facebook loves it. They really love to make sure everybody knows that nobody called the president from the moon. So there's the beautiful sky here, Minneapolis, and we got the city down there. This one here. Here's an idea. Ask yourself why no real photos of the spinning ball Earth exists. We got this guy here in the back. That guy. Ouch. And so we'll grab this last one here and then, ow. Stop walking on rocks. So, alright everybody, well thanks a lot for watching, whenever you watched, and I hope to be back here tomorrow and all summer. So, thanks Miles.
Thanks guys.
Here we go.
Have a great night.
Yeah, have a great night everybody, and we'll see you more often here on Authentic Intent.